All right, we're live. Turn this off. Hello, hello. All right, let me. I'm a bit delayed here to do this live stream. I enjoy doing the live stream, so we're gonna do it again. I got some stuff I need to take off my chest. This morning it was a very stressful situation, but we fixed it. We got our first comment here. What's up? Let me just post online that we are live, and maybe some more people will join. All right, babe. All right, let's just make a post real quick here. Tell people that we are live. Oh, we got some people coming in, tuning in. Let's go. What's up, people? We're gonna try some things. Everything working okay? The full-time streamer, definitely not full-time streamer yet, but I'm kind of enjoying this, to be honest. I never got the appeal of streaming. I don't really understand it. I don't watch any streamers, but I guess it's kind of like a good way to connect with people and be able to chat. No Q&A yet. Don't let's just look at the live stream going on. We'll do some Q&A later. I do offer lessons in LA. You can email me lessonswithkarue@gmail.com. All right, save the photos here. Sorry, just posting on Instagram. What a weird concept, right? Just being live with a bunch of people online that you don't really know, but I guess we share a connection here. All right, quick post here on Instagram. Share with your friends too. I'm gonna call this always a hangout. It's just a hangout. We're hanging out. It doesn't have to be so serious. I think sometimes making videos and all that, we have to be very serious about like everything and algorithm and all blah blah blah. Sometimes we just want to hang out, talk some tennis, see what's up. And Carousel. Again, share with your friends right now as we're starting. I won't be very long today. Got some stuff I need to get done still, but I'm just gonna do this more often. Sue me. All right, so we are live. What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm a fellow tennis YouTuber. Just reached 1,000 subs today. Michael Forte Tennis. Hey, the first 1,000 is the worst, man. It's you're making videos for nobody, and trust me, I know the pain. I honestly don't even know how we got to that first 1,000. It just kind of happened, but you just kind of have to keep grinding. Let me see. Kenny. No, I haven't been keeping up with too many of the ATP events right now, if I'm being honest. It's it's kind of like I'm going to start now. Some other question. I'm going to start now with Indian Wells, Miami. So obviously those are big ones, so I'll be watching those. Depth or direction? It's not a one or the other, right? Like the depth is great at certain times. Direction is also great. Depth with direction is great. Hitting short with great direction is great. You guys I don't even want to get into this yet, but people, like, tennis, it's not this like black and white thing that you guys see online. You gotta hit deep. You gotta hit this. No, it's like you kind of have to hit everything. You kind of have to do a little bit of everything. And that's something that just like, I think he gets lost in this world of online coaching, and you have to do the black. It's not a black and white game because it's a movement game. It's not a hit the ball there game, right? It's not golf. Golf, you hit the ball from A to B to get into the hole. Here, you can hit a very crappy shot that could be more effective than a great shot. So just like be ready to do everything. You know what I mean? How can you buy my fitness of season program? You go to Fit for Tennis. Fit for Tennis. Find his app. Everything. We literally have every day of training that I've had in there. So you can just download his app, use it. There's a lot of workouts there. That's why we are working together, because I really trust what he's doing. And so, yeah, that's where you go. Any hobbies outside of tennis? Golfing, skiing. I really like cars. I can't afford really the cars that I would like, but I really like cars, not for anything more than just like the pleasure of a good drive. There's a lot of good roads here in California, so I enjoy cars. So if we can make, if you guys keep donating here, maybe, or, join some of the other stuff, maybe I can get a 911 at some point. You know what I mean? Just throwing it out there for you guys. Just throwing it out there. What are my next tournaments? I'm playing 225Ks here in California, Bakersfield and Calabasas. Events that I've played multiple times. Always played well, but never really went that far. So, they're always stacked. They're difficult tournaments, but I'm excited to not have to travel anywhere and just play at home. Yeah, 911 GT3, a GT3 Touring. That would be the one, Luciano. That's the one I would get. But again, I'm gonna need a lot of a lot more subscribers or donations or whatever you're gonna call it for me to get one of those. But anyways, what else do we got here? What do you think when your opponents continue shouting "Vamos"? I don't care. I don't care at all. If you care, that's on you for caring. I understand there's like, you shouldn't say "come on" when people make a mistake. It's an easy mistake. You always have to look at when it is happening. Obviously, if it's on like a 15 love and the guy goes up 30 love of a silly mistake from you, it can be a bit annoying. But if you grinded your ass out and it's 3-all in the third set and it's love 15 and you make a mistake and the guy goes up love 30 and he says "come on," he's totally entitled to say "come on," right? Like in that situation, that pressure of the match, like it doesn't matter. That's the stuff that you guys like worry about sometimes. That are classic tennis. Tennis is like, again, as close to combat sports that you can have, right? You have two people. There's no time limit, nothing. You just have to beat each other. And in the heat of the moment, people are gonna do stupid stuff and maybe like not be classy, but like, fucking who gives a shit about classy at this point? It's about winning. So I never take it personally. I might get angry and might use it as to fuel me, but as soon as the match is over, shake hands and chill out. What else we got here before I start chatting? I'm trying to get some more people in before I start. If I was coaching Chris Eubanks, what would I tell him? First of all, he's been coached right now by one of our good buddies, Ruan, South African guy, who's been obviously doing a tremendous job with him. So whatever he's doing, I think it's working. I personally think that Chris could be a better volleyer, could be more at the net. I don't think he's as effective at the net as he should be for a guy his size, with his serve, with his pace. I don't think he should be trying to beat guys from the back with consistency. But you obviously need to be a bit better at the net, and I think he's getting better. I haven't watched him in a while, but that was always like my feeling when he came to the net. It was a bit shaky, but I think he's improving that because he's working with Ruan. So that's what I would say, I guess. What's my tricky matches when you're tied and your game doesn't work like normally? I mean, it's tough. I mean, we're tied all the time, playing matches. You always kind of have to um, like yeah, you have to figure out like what keeps you sort of not too stressed. I think sometimes we're so stressed on our own side, thinking about our own side, that we like fail to see, okay, if I hit the ball there, what can he do, what can't he do? Okay, like the forehand is really big if I do this, but what if I lift it a little bit? We don't allow ourselves maybe a little bit of time to experiment with the match and see like what kind of exchanges will allow us to be in a place where we're not very stressed, right? And so, again, people overly focus on themselves. I'm tight, I'm this, I'm that. But they fail to sort of see what's in front of them. And even like just kind of paying attention to the ball, paying attention to where the ball is landing, what kind of shot that your opponent likes to hit. Does he play more up? Does he play more straight? All sorts of things. So it's just like you kind of have to be like more aware of what's happening on the other side than like on your side for a lot of times. Do I think, by Badesco here, do I think tennis is more physical than mental today? No, it's more physical than it ever was. More mental, I don't think so. I think it's still a very mental sport. It's just like, wow, because now you're competing for like with that level of physicality for that long, those 4 or 5 hour matches that people are playing. If you're not working on your mental side of it, like physically you might be good, but you might fall apart. And I think they go hand in hand together very well. For me, it's like now that I'm doing more fitness and I'm feeling physically good, it feels like I'm more clear mentally on court because I'm just, not so tired, not so fatigued, and not so like catching my breath. So it allows me to make better decisions. I talk about this in the video. When you're feeling tired, you obviously gonna make more mistakes. He is still a part of my tennis HQ. He keeps this thing running, man. I'm the creative guy who wants to play tennis and make videos. But someone has to take care of when taxes are due and, revenues and bank accounts and all that stuff. So yeah, Guy is very much part of this. We're working on something very cool that we'll launch eventually here. For now, I'm going to keep it a secret. But yeah. Let's see. What else do we got? A lot of questions already. It was too many Q&As. Two Q&As at, but whatever. We'll let some more people come in. How long have we been doing this? Like 5 minutes. So we'll let it. It was 12 minutes already, actually. How do you manage to play if you've had shit sleep or no sleep? That's tough, man. That's just tough because you're mentally going to be so off if you're not getting any sleep. Now, what's the reason you're not getting any sleep? Are you going out? Are you raving? Are you just not getting any sleep? Are you with someone all night, not getting any sleep? There's fine reasons to not sleep, but I need to sleep. If I don't sleep, I'm screwed. That's a good question. Who do I think I have the best chance of beating in the top 10? Oh yeah, I'm gonna say it. I don't know. This is purely based on practice sets that we've played multiple times, and he's gonna hate me if I say this online, but I've practiced like a million times with Taylor Fritz. And I always feel like his game just sort of matches with my game very well. Now, he's a highly competitive guy, when it matters. So, like, when it truly matters, I'm sure he wouldn't allow himself to lose to me. But just in terms of, like, the matchup, I like the matchup because my balls stay very low. I can redirect his pace well and keep just sort of, like, he's a much better mover. He's not a great mover just yet. So that's kind of the player that I would have a better chance now versus maybe someone who can really like outgrind me and out hit me. So like some of that is a bit more erratic that I might catch them on an off day. So Taylor is a guy that could potentially happen. Again, if I mean many things have to happen. I do have a video that I practice with him, so I'll be posting that pretty soon. Who's my inspiration for the mustache? That's a great question. No inspiration really. I just like started. I think California is my inspiration. There's a lot of dudes here that rock the stash, and you just start to morph into the, people that you're around really. So I'd say that would be my inspiration. I don't think I would beat him in straight set. I think I would lose to him, but I'm saying like if I had to maybe choose a guy top 10 on like a, maybe it's like a day that's just a bit snoozy and stuff, I think would be like a better chance for me. That's all. If I ever beaten Giron in practice sets, we played once in a match in Calabasas actually in a future, and I wanted to beat him so badly, just because I had beaten all guys that were playing ahead of me in college. I've beaten like my friend Margaret Licky and this other guy Gage. So I was on a hunt to like just beat the guys that like played higher in the lineup than me, and I went to play Marcos, and I knew what I was gonna do. I had the game plan, and I wanted it too badly. I just like literally like gassed myself out too fast. I put too much energy early in the match, and I lost the first set, and I just like lost 6-1. So yeah, I wanted that one too badly. He was just better than me that day. Stevie Johnson. I mean, he's not top 20 anymore, and I practiced with him many times. He's also a guy that I think like I'd match up well with. How does my game adapt to the clay? Haven't seen you play much on the dirt, Will. I would like to know that, and I probably have to figure that out pretty soon. My only challenger win was actually on clay, on green clay, but on clay, like a main draw win that I had many years ago against Evan King. I know how to play on clay. I'm good on clay. I understand clay because I grew up playing on clay, but it doesn't really suit my game. Obviously, you guys see me like, people that are good on clay, they like to, hit on the lower part of the arc of the ball, right? The ball is coming down, so you can send it back up, create that heavy rotation, use more angles. You need a little more spin on your shots so you can spread the court a little bit more. It's not necessarily something I love to do. But there are clay courts that are fast, so I can still be effective if they are fast enough. So a very slow clay, I'm screwed, but a decently fast clay, I can do it. What sport would you push your hypothetical kid into? That's funny. If I'm being totally honest, probably not tennis. I've lived it. I've done the tennis thing. I don't know if I would want to live tennis again, the entire process. I'd think golf or soccer, football. Even here in America, I think football, soccer, and skiing, just because that would be a cool thing to do, just kind of travel around the world and watching skiing. That would be pretty cool, but that's also very expensive, so I need some more subscribers. Some tips. Where are the tips today, guys? No tips today? Tough. Kidding. Anyways, I think those would be the sports. Oh, Stevie Johnson's a mustache inspiration. I had the stash way before Stevie. He does have a great mustache, but I had the stash before him. Who's my favorite tennis player of all time? Roger. Just is. The guy's just the GOAT. And Albanian. And Agassi. No. What tensions and strings do you use? Come on, George. At this point, can someone answer George here about my tension and the K-pop? Por favor. Not even gonna reply. Someone answer to George down here, please. Hey Edward, I'm not sure if I'm coming to the Miami Open. Maybe there will be some sort of activation there with a brand, but I'm playing. It's just tough now. Like I'm not influencing as much as I don't think I should, right? Like I'm trying to play professional tennis. I think there's things that like, yeah, this seems like a great opportunity, but I need to play tournaments. Like I'm not playing pros just to like fuck around. You know what I mean? Like I can't do that. Like it's just not like I get too competitive about that. That's part of the reason I even started. I was like, you're watching people, try to get ATP points and stuff like that online, and you're just like, it's not that difficult. I'm gonna go do it, and I just went and did it. And there's a part of you, the egotistical part of you in pro tennis. It's pretty just in tennis in general, we're just our egos are way too big and way too easy to hurt. So you go do it and so maybe not for the right reasons at first, but I also been thinking about playing for a long time. So just nowadays, to have the opportunity to be able to play, maybe not so worry so much about the financial part, and actually feel like I'm giving myself a shot again at whatever ranking I get to. It doesn't really matter. So I need to focus on that. Eventually in the future, I'll have more like, influencing activations and hopefully clinics and things like that. But for now, I have to focus on playing really. So I got to say no to a lot of stuff. There you go. K-pop 60. There you go. High level mixed content, no chance. Sim, for those of... Alright, I'm gonna give you 2 seconds here, but sim, eu falo português, eu sou brasileiro, eu não sou americano, eu vivi no Brasil desde que eu era que eu nasci no Brasil, fiquei lá até os 18 anos, aí mudei pra cá. E eu falo pouco português no momento, porque não tenho por que falar português. E aqui no canal eu tenho que falar inglês pra todo mundo. Então, that's what it is. See, I spoke Portuguese. People don't think I speak Portuguese. I am Brazilian, and that's what it is. When do you think I'll retire from tennis and YouTube? That's a great question. I don't think I want to retire from YouTube. Like, that's the thing. Like, YouTube allows me to pocket match, relax, man. You're just missing down the line. What do you do when you're missing down the line? You just aim a little bit more middle, dog. Just, aim a little bit more middle, and then you slowly bring it closer to the sideline. Don't worry about it. GG3 down payment. Let's go, Charles. Hey, if everyone gets $9.99, there you go. So, yeah, I do speak Portuguese. But yeah, the YouTube thing is interesting, right? Because it's for me, it's the way that I have to work for myself. It's something that, in my life, I'm not very good at working, let's say, in corporations and things like that. You guys saw me today about the ATP media stuff and my video that I got pissed off. So I like to work for myself, and this allows me to do this, to hopefully continue to grow this. I don't know exactly the direction of the channel as we go along. It seems like, as we go along, I'm going to figure out, but I love the idea that I can just work for myself for the rest of my life. And if I can control my time, if I can have control of my time, that's the most important thing. I might not maybe make as much money if I went a different route, but I really like the fact that I can control my time. So, the more we get people in here and the more people get, subscribed and watch the videos and support the channel with, however many ways that you can do, then, the more content I can make and the better I get at this. Can I fix Winston serve? Winston serve is a tricky one. Winston The problem is, like, does he want it to be fixed? You know what I mean? Like, does he want to put in the work to get it fixed? It's not up to the coach or up to one lesson. It takes a long time. Thank you, Pocket, by the way. So I'd say make sure he needs to like put in the work. Otherwise, that's a good question here. What are your favorite cities in the U.S.? Obviously LA. I love California in general. I just love California. Like, just we kind of have everything here: mountains, beach, desert. I really like it here, and hopefully I don't have to. I mean, it's expensive, but hopefully I don't have to move out of here anytime soon. I love Austin. I went to Coeur d'Alene one time in Idaho, and that was an unbelievable, cool place. Mount Hood in Oregon is really cool. What else? What other cities? New York for like 4 days is awesome. After that, it's not great. What would I name? What do I name myself if I played UTS? Smooth Striker. That's honestly, it's copy. Someone created that online for me. They commented on my videos. I can't remember who it was. Seth, I think, is his name. Seth, Smooth Striker. Hey Karue, typical late starting 29-year-old rec player here that wants to become high level rec player. How much do you think talent plays into improving tennis to maybe a competitive level? Talent obviously plays a big factor into it. You know, hand-eye coordination in general. Like, the tricky part about tennis is hand-eye coordination. If you spend your entire life not doing a lot of hand-eye coordination stuff, it's tricky. But I would, again, like I say all the time here, the fastest way to improve is to improve footwork, to be able to get to balls and just make balls, get to balls and make balls, learning to play on the move versus just spending a billion hours just working on your swing stationary. That won't like translate into wins. Like, I like to coach people to win, not to just like hit the ball nicely, right? So if you can improve your footwork and become somewhat of like an agile person on court, that will pay a lot of dividends. So I'd look into that if you want to really level up fast. All right, we'll go back to some questions. Save your questions right now. What do you think lazy feet in your match? Does you get tired? No Burlington. No, Burlington is actually really nice. Burlington is nice. I like Burlington. How much do I charge for lessons? Which coaches do you recommend in LA for UTRs 6 and 7? Me. I'm the coach. If you want to find me, lessonswithkarue@gmail.com. Mr. Pocket Match. Charge $250 an hour. I usually do an hour and a half, so that's the pricing. I'm the coach in LA. Find me. I don't charge $7,000 an hour, and that's a positive. What watch is that? Is a Citizen watch, Citizen Tissuiosa. Got a lot of questions on my watches. I got good taste in watches, and I take credit for it. See, I have, what else do I have? I have a Tissot PRX, and I bought it way before the craze, so I was ahead on this one. And I have a nice Seiko in here, and a nice G-Shock. So I got all my watches covered right now. No Rolexes. Why don't I play doubles? Because I'm focused on singles. I would hate to have to play doubles after I play singles. It sounds awful. All right. So now let's talk about, actually one more question here. I just spoke Portuguese, Leonardo. Like, I made the Salve Brasil. Oh, that's a good question here. Hey, Karue, just watched Ron Fonseca and Thiago Seyboth. Wild. Both play very flat, smacking the heck out of the ball. Why do you think is that? Because that's how tennis is played nowadays, people. I've said it before. We don't have clay quarters anymore. You have some of them, but you can be top 10 being clay quarter, lifting the ball. Tennis is played through the court nowadays. And those two kids are the only Brazilians that actually played that style that I can translate into top 20, 30 tennis. Like, João Fonseca is unbelievably good. Thiago is also unbelievably good because they play through the court. It's not flat. Okay, forget flat. Flat doesn't exist. That ball has a ton of rotation, but it's rotating forward. The arc is lower, but is rotating. They're playing through the court. People lift, and then you smack it down. That's how tennis is played now. It's not played like this. Okay, so that's why they play like that, because that's the only way to make it nowadays. Otherwise, people are going to spank you. All right, so let's just annoyingly, why do I have here what WTF ATP? So this morning I posted a video yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched it, but I posted a video where I play Yaroslav Demin. He's a former #1 junior in the world, first round of a future. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, admittedly, because of the wind, and it was just difficult. But that's just part of tennis, right? It's not supposed to be pretty all the time. And I woke up this morning and the video is like fully like copywritten, like blocked. You can't watch the video anymore. And I'm like, what is that? What is that copyright strike? And it came from the ATP. And the ATP, I think, messed up. Whoever is in charge of, their media, and they're very strict with copywriting. ATP. That's why I never post videos of like match commentary or stuff like that. I'm never gonna do it because I don't want to deal with that. But obviously the entire video is mine. Like, I shot it. It's mine. Everyone gave consent. It's all good, and it was gone. And so that destroys the momentum of the video. Unfortunately, that's the game we have to play here on YouTube, right? We have to get more views and get more people to watch the channel, and it's just kind of part of the life that comes with YouTube. So I just obviously I didn't know who to talk to, so I was like, I just went on social media like angry this morning. I was like, hey, like, what is this BS? And finally, it got resolved, after a while, and I was just kind of like, and it actually happened to Felix as well, like, I think from Tennis Brothers, and it was just like a messed up. It was probably like some software that is like looking into stuff, and it just flagged us, and the fact that they can fully, not even just issue a copyright claim, but like block the video completely. It was a bit fucked up. I was a bit pissed off at that because, again, this is my business, this is my livelihood. So, to not be able to do anything about it, it was pretty annoying. But again, I'm glad it got fixed. And I don't know why the ATP is so strict with their media, because you look at the NBA, they're actually pretty, outside from like broadcasting a game, they allow you to use all of the footage. Like, you can use anything, like anyone can use the footage for anything, because they understand the world that we live in now, right? Like, it's free press for them. If people are posting highlights, they're talking about highlights, they're commentating on games, whatever. And tennis, like, they want to keep it like this stupid, it's ours kind of thing. Even filming in tournaments is problematic. Like, they're able to like strike you if you just shoot a point in a tournament. So it's an absolutely like ridiculous situation that I hope I don't have to encounter anymore. And they're aware of it, I think. So yeah, that was kind of like annoying this morning, but that was it. That's why I kind of wanted to do the live. And because of that, I figured we'd watch the match a little bit here. This is something I want to try here on these live streams. So let's do that. Let's watch a little bit of that match. Kind of want to talk about, not necessarily, I never want to do this and talk about my opponents and necessarily like dissect them in a weird way, just because they're my peers. It's a weird thing to do, but I do want to conditions and things like that, and how maybe I had to like adapt to certain things. So you guys down for that? You guys down to watch a little tennis? Let's do it. Let me set it up here. So I need to make this kind of smaller. And then I think this is the thing. Great. And boom. And then I'm gonna have to make myself like really small because unfortunately to film that it was not easy. Let's see here. That to film this, it was like just not an easy location for me to film, unfortunately. And you know, it is what it is. And you guys will see that I start awful because I'm more worried about filming the match than actually playing the match, and that's why I never like to film the match. But anyways, let's watch this. Let's watch this together. First point here, first couple games, and I'll pause it. I'll pause it as we go along to just kind of chat about it. All right, let's do it. Do I need the sound here? Do you guys hear the sound of it? How does it work? Like with sound? I don't know. Do you hear the sound of it? I guess not. I have to figure that part out. So just like from the start here, let's watch just the last point real quick. So as you guys can see, the wind is like it's blowing from left to right on the screen, right? I figure out if I can figure out some sound here. So let's refresh. Oh, I'm done. I don't know how to create the sound on this right now, and so be it. Sorry, but you guys can hear me, and that's fine. So you guys can see, it's blowing from left to right, right? So from the ad side to the deuce side. So if you just watch the point here, you see how it's blowing a lot that way, right? Like you see how that ball moved. Yeah. So whenever you're playing with wind like this, especially if it's crosswind, always understand, right? Like when you're hitting with the wind, that ball is going to be just heavier and penetrating a bit more, but also like you have a bit more risk going with the wind. So you always have a safe zone when you go against the wind. You can hit it, you can just go at it. And then when you're playing with the wind, it's when you want to be more offensive, but also like you gotta be careful with your target because that wind can take the ball obviously away. So in that shot there already, you could see like he was probably expecting the ball to do something. The wind took it a bit more, and he ends up making a mistake. So it's tricky to play in these conditions, and it's obviously serving becomes difficult and all that stuff. Someone asked here, like, what happened in that match? The momentum switch early from Demin to Sell. I just settled in, really. I started off a bit off. You see how the wind took that ball? The wind totally took that ball out. It's a good serve by him. And I was just like a little... Honestly, I was a bit deer in the headlights to start the match because we've been sitting all day. We're supposed to play at 9:30. We end up playing at... like, I think we end up playing at like, sorry, I gotta skip the ads here. We end up playing at like 3:30, so you're just kind of in the club all day. It's just not an easy situation, to be honest. And again, I was like still getting a little bit too worried about like, is the camera filming and shit like that, which is, again, that's why I don't do it all the time. And then just figuring out what exactly the wind is doing with the ball. Is it stopping? Is it... I noticed I started to notice. So yeah, it was just kind of like a tricky start to like, didn't know like what the wind was doing really. But yeah, I do feel lighter on court. You can see like how much better I'm moving You should go watch some of the older, like just like end of the year, last year matches. How much like much more fluid I am on court. It's a very clear thing. But yeah, you see like how the wind is just always. It's hard to see it on video, but like that's why it's so easy to judge and be like, hey, the guy is not good or something. Like, oh, how is, people comment, like someone just commented, I didn't expect him to be so weak. He's not weak. It's just like this is a condition that when you're playing at this level, the slightest like change of like contact point, like you think you're gonna catch the ball at a certain place and you don't catch it at that place, the slightest change in that, so affects how he just put that ball right in the middle of the net there. I mean, he's thinking he's gonna catch it like, probably like half a foot, like a little further back, and that ball just like escapes him, and then you make a mistake because you're so not. It's like trying to hit a golf ball that's moving. It would be very difficult, right? So, yeah, someone says he's going for too much in the wind, and that's something that that's why I sometimes play better than a lot of guys in the wind, because I play this kind of safe, low game, and I'm just playing a hot potato game. I'm throwing hot potatoes to the other side. It's like, deal with this, deal with this, deal with this. I'm never really taking crazy risks, and it's sometimes going to work. So, players need to kind of adapt to that. And when I notice that they're not adapting to that, I feel like I'm in a good place. So, people keep asking me about the Simona Halep case. I don't have no take on that case. Like, absolutely nothing. Someone's like, so you think sliding on the forehand is worth it for a game? Not really. I think I'd injure myself doing it. I'm not light. I'm not that light. I'm kind of a heavy guy. And I just don't have that. So no. Can you stop asking about this like OSU stuff? Like, I don't know what's happening here. All right, let's keep watching. Sorry. Break point here. I don't know what happened. Oh, this one, I backed up. Yeah. See, like again, backed up, was expecting the ball to be at a certain place, and he just like went a little bit too far in front, and you catch the top of the ball, and he goes into the net. That was a good return there. See, I just put a little bit more on that. Sorry, let me skip the ad here. Shout out to Surfshark for sponsoring the video. It really helps us. But yeah, see, like on that last point, I just put a little bit more into that forehand with the wind, and I'm just like, here, deal with this, and that's kind of how you want to play, in the situations. And yeah, on hard courts, that's what I say. Yeah, I mean, I can slide on dirt. I'm good at slide. I know how to slide. I love sliding actually on dirt, but not on a hard court. I just don't have that level of physicality. You see how it's hard to serve? Like I'm hitting kicks for serves because like it's not easy to like hit your spots. See, kick for serve again with the wind. So so here on this side, I'm playing with the wind going to my right. So if I'm trying to cut that serve's not doing anything. You're just not going to do anything, right? So I want to play with the wind. So either with the wind body, with the wind, obviously with the kick, or maybe a flat, but the kick is the safer choice in this situation. It's just the way it is. Again, just not much. Took that one early. That was a good forehand there. I've been working a lot on these like forehands, and I will be making a video. Let's watch that one again. I'll be making a video on some of the stuff I've been doing on my forehand that's been like really helping my forehand. A lot of people ask me about the leg kick thing. The leg kick thing, I don't think about it. It's an involuntary thing because I lean forward and I lean enough that like naturally my leg lifts because I don't know, it just lifts. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking about it. It's just like, because I like that momentum, let that rocking. I'm rocking forward, and I'm rocking backwards, putting that weight on that right leg. Then I'm gonna like transfer the weight. So I just kind of do it, and it's just kind of happening. I don't know how, well, why, and don't fixate on that. It's just like, it's just something natural that's happening, and it helps with the flow of the swing. So that's something you guys have to think about. Like, find what's natural, what makes it flow, right? All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Sorry. Let's watch that forehand again. Again, I was saying that I've been like really working on, weight transfer and all that stuff on the forehand side, and it's been really helpful. So we'll make a video on that. Pause here about the Rudy Kwan thing. I was just cooked, man. I had just won a tournament indoors. I had to travel all day on Monday. I had one hour of practice on Tuesday, and I played him on Wednesday on an outside gritty court. My body was tired. I was tired. I was mentally tired, and I just lost. And I think that's going to happen a lot this year. If I do well in tournaments, it's difficult to go back to back to back in events when you're not, 20 anymore. It takes a lot out of you mentally to win a tournament. And it's better to win one and lose one first round. It's more points. That's what I'm going to do. So I will have some weird losses like the one I just had in Egypt. I was not mentally there. I was sick, and I'm going to lose. I'm okay taking those losses, knowing that like the week before I beat the crap out of really good players, and my level was really high. So I know what, whenever I put those weeks together, I have a good chance of winning. Anyways, let's keep going. All right, we're at 2-0 here. I'm starting to settle into the match. The feet are moving. You see, like I'm starting to, my feet are like just more alive. At this point, I also noticed that he really doesn't like hitting his flat serve in these conditions. So I was just always kind of cheating over a little bit. Oh, see, that's a stupid thing. I try to angle that with the wind. That's just not going to work, right? It's just a silly mistake. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, this is like not the best stream ever, but as we go along, I'll figure this part out. All right, we're at 15:30. Again, kind of. Oh, that's a good backhand by him. Nothing I can do there. Great return. Again, hot potato in this. Hot potato. Oh, nice. There, I just went for it. Again, guys, focusing on this win part here, right? Like go for the shot because, one, I know the wind is bringing that ball in, right, versus pushing it out, number one. So I had a feeling it was coming to my forehand. And two, he hasn't really kicked that great to that side yet. So I'm like, he's probably putting that ball in the middle of the box, and I'm going to take it. I'm just going to almost be ready before he even serves to hit a forehand. So sometimes you have to take that risk. You have to feel it. It's like, I kind of feel like he's not going to go kick there. He's going to go here, and trust those instincts. I know for a lot of people that might sound foreign, but tap into those instincts, the feelings of things. It's a very high bouncy serve at court, so it wasn't easy to kind of hit through the court, Oh, great forehand. His forehand is so similar to Rublev's, like so similar, like technically so similar. The way it comes off is so similar. Again, I would hate to play him on like kind of a slower, not windy conditions, because if he starts taking over with the forehand, it will be difficult. He comes off super hot. Gotta use a lot of body serves there, you see. And just making it feel extra. I am playing Calabasas. A few extra serves there. All right, it's an okay mistake. 4-2. Once you know, especially at this level, you're not gonna break every time. So you get to 4-2. Um, this is kind of like a free game to still win. It's kind of a free game to just kind of like hit some big shots and hopefully like to like almost like get the nerves out a little bit. Sometimes you just kind of you need to use a game like that to just like do that. Oh, there it is. That's a forehand that I've been working on a lot. Let's watch it again. Just like really like using the legs there. But this is a good example of a point where you can see how much better I'm moving now. See how I get to that forehand so much faster. I'm looking for forehand to see how I really pushed that one with my legs and it really came off hot. So you see how I'm flowing around the court, I'm moving, I'm looking to hit forehands. I have a great backhand, but I need to be dominating with the forehand if I want to have a chance at winning in this. Do I think Yaroslav should go to college? I think he'd do well in college. I think college would be good for him. Obviously, he's at Rafa, and I think he's going to have like, a lot of support from the academy there, so it's going to be tough. But if he went to college, you'd do well. Be a good like learning time for him. I think he's gonna need a little bit longer than maybe some of these other juniors, like maybe Fonseca. I think Fonseca is basically a top 100 level player already. That's a good serve. It's a good serve in. There you go. There's the forehand there. There's the Rublev forehand. All right, let's see here. We're at 4-3. 4-3. Another good one of those forehands. Really using the legs there. I've I think I should go to trade school. What? Really pushing with my legs on that forehand. Really liked it. Oh, it's a bad one there. Oh, another one pushed nicely with my legs there. See how again, that seems like a bad mistake by him, but like look how much that ball, I watch it on the delay here. Look how much that ball like, and so you never really know where to set your feet. And when you're playing in Fonseca is not going to UVA. Whenever you're playing in those windy conditions, like it's very important to not set your feet too early. You always have to be kind of like moving, then set and hit because you don't know what that ball is going to do all the time. So it's kind of tricky to just play really. All right, good body serve there. The body serves were actually really, really helpful in this match. We're gonna watch like just the end of the set, okay? Because I don't want to be too long here. But let's watch the end of the set. Oh. 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 I know this point. Oh. Actually, he should have hit me on that. That drop shot was so freaking bad. Just hit that. It was like above the net. Why would I try to drop shot that? See, those are kind of the shots that maybe he shouldn't be going for, like at this moment with the, with the wind and all that. See, that one set his feet way too early. Like way too early. Oh, this is a good point. I think I posted this one. See, this is a good point to show like how much better I'm moving really. No, Fonseca's not going to UVA. He just announced that. No matter how much money they want to give it to him. It's a good serve. All right, 5-4. Serving for him. See it. Oh, just a good pass by him. I actually don't mind that approach. It seemed slow and short, but he was really moving away from him. Great return there. Lob 30. Some a little pressure here. You want a free point on this one. Karue, clutch serve, Karue. Clutch serve. Clutch serve. Another clutch serve. Come on. You gotta get the clutch serves in. Helps. I don't remember what happens here. Just got tight. I'm not gonna lie. I got tight on that one. I was tight on that point. I remember. Oh, the body serve again. Let's go. Let's go, Karue. Another body serve. Run around, hit a back instead of a forehand. Love that. Oh, didn't need that slice. Didn't need that. Like he hadn't sliced all day. There you go. Way to close it out there, Karue. All right, that's good. That's good for that. That's good for that. We can chat about some more stuff here. Let me just. I gotta make this like this, and then make this bigger, and I'm back. All right, I'm back. Am I back? Let me see here. I'm watching the delay. It's a bit delayed. I can see here. Okay, I'm back. City Bird, thanks for the donation. How was your match with Kyle Kang? His ultimate forehand hunter seems very difficult to play. It was tough. Kyle is a guy that definitely I have a hard time matching up with. He does a great job running around, hitting forehands, a lot of slices. So there's a lot of variation in pace when he plays. But I had just won a tournament the week before, and I was cooked, man. I was not doing fitness at that point a lot. I just won in Morelia my first future, and I went straight to Texas. I had a battle to the third round, in the first round, 3 sets, and then kind of a battle in the second round. By the time I played Kyle, I was toast. I was physically so tired. I was able to kind of make it a match, but I never thought I was going to win, to be honest. Ignacio, thanks for the donation, man. Following my channel from Spain, we had bad news for Spanish tennis. Recent lowest players, the top 100. Obviously Alcaraz is the guy. What do I think? That's a great question, Ignacio. Let's talk about this. Then I just talk about how tennis, nowadays it's played more through the court, right? I think we had this time where a lot of players could be in the top 100 by just kind of grinding and lifting the ball and being very, very, clay quarters, really. Argentinians, even Brazilians, that Spanish school of lifting the ball a bit more, playing with more spin, high to the back and that kind of stuff. And I just don't think that style of tennis works anymore. Does that make sense? At least not to... You can get to top 100 still doing it, of course, but I don't think you can be a top 10 player, like a Guillermo Coria, Cañas. Cañas is dope, man. Whatever. Guys like that, I just don't think we're going to see anymore because everyone is so tall. It's so difficult to hit the ball above their shoulders anyway. So you're trying to lift, and the other guy's just smashing that ball down. Just smashing down. They have better serves. That school, I don't know. I don't want to talk about necessarily the Spanish school, but I know in Brazil, in Argentina, it's a lot of running reps, hit high, but it's not so focused on serving. It's not so focused on skills. It's not so focused on playing through the core. And nowadays, if you can't serve, you can't make it, basically. You have to be so good at ball striking to make it without a decent serve. You're not going to make it. And then you're competing against guys who are super tall, who is hard to get the ball above their shoulder, and you're not going to be able to, and guys are just going to hit down on you. So I would assume that the problem with the Spanish school now is that maybe you're still teaching that, but the game is kind of changed as we've gotten here now, right? So Carlos obviously doesn't do that. Carlos, he can play high and heavy, but I mean, he's looking to plow through the court, right? Like a freight train. So that's my 2 cents on it. Will it change? I don't know, because I still see a lot of, Spaniards, like when I play these tournaments, just like being grinders and lifters, and just that's all they want to do, just make balls and lift and wait for the ball. But tennis now is taking time away. How can you take time away? Because everyone's so fast. Everyone is so fast. Everyone can serve. Everyone is good on both sides. So if you just lift and do nothing, you're fucked. So I guess that's my 2 cents. I went on a rant there. Let's see. The copyright thing I spoke about earlier, it was definitely a glitch, because he was trying to copyright the entire video from 0 to 21 minutes, and that was bullshit. Rude does play with heavy spin. He does, but you see why he struggles when the courts are fast, right? Because he can't set his feet so much. Rafa also had to change. People obviously Rafa plays with a ton of spin. You guys are not really understanding what I'm trying to say. Rafa back in the day played with a ton of spin, right, and height, and he still plays with a ton of spin. But Rafa, you can ask Marcos. Marcos played him, and I asked him, what does Rafa do? He's like, he plays those like annoying spinny balls, but he takes so much time away from you, right? Rafa can hit the shit out of the ball through the court. Now he obviously has a higher arc and he has a lot of rotation, but he's still playing through the court. That was a modification that Rafa had to make in his game to win Wimbledon, to win the US Open. Like when he wins the US Open, I think it was 2013, he was dropping massive serves and going down the line with the forehand and hitting through the court. He couldn't beat guys just lifting anymore once he started losing his legs. It just doesn't happen. So like everyone needs to play a version of through the court. Casper Ruud, same thing. He plays with more spin, with more height, but he plays big, and he's playing big through the court. I'm not saying you have to be playing flat. Like, do you guys understand that? It's not flat. You can play your style with height and weight, but you need to be playing to dominate, to create pressure. Just lifting and running doesn't take you, it's just not going to take you as far as it once took people. Does that make sense? How many miles do I jog per week? 0 miles. I don't jog. That's crazy. I do fitness. Jog. I hate running. I will never run for pleasure. I will never run. No, slice second serve wouldn't be better than kick. But if you look nowadays, a lot of players, what are they doing? Like you see Novak, how much more often he serves a second serve body or to the forehand versus kicking it. He actually serves a ton more, almost like he serves more. What a lot of guys are doing, I would say they have like a first serve and a 1.5 serve versus just like a kicker. Like a lot of people, like they're going for the seconds because they know statistically, even if they miss a few more, they're more likely to win points like that. I mean, at the highest level, it's all this game of edges. And you see Novak, how good is he at hitting that like second serve tee on 30-40 big, and then he takes over the point and he wins it because of that. Maybe if he just went kick, the guy would just attack and call it a day. So there is a fine line there. I think like if I was more comfortable serving slice second serves but big, like 100-mile-per-hour second serves, I would do it more often because he would be more effective. Hey Eric, the cheapest way, man, is tough. It's just tough nowadays to play professional. Like Eric here is asking, what's the cheapest way for an aspiring pro to travel to futures? You either, don't have rent and you go to Tunisia or Egypt and you just post up there and you live there basically and you play every week, so you don't have to fly. Or you figure out, a lot of guys share Airbnbs and you just got to get resourceful. Think about traveling for cheap and you just add tennis to that. it's tough. I can't do it anymore that way, so I spend a lot of money doing it, but it's really difficult. What do I think top 100 players have that others don't? I think it comes down to weapons, right? Like they all do a couple things like really freaking well. Um, in their own ways. It can be taking time away. It can be just having a good serve and a good forehand. It can be just with movement. Let's say a Nishioka, right? What does Nishioka do? He outlasts you. Well, he used to. I don't know what's happening to him now, but you know what I mean. So they all like have a way to make people more comfortable more often. And then again, a lot of them they have great serves. They have just great like 1-2 punch weapons that there's nothing you can do about it, and they have more experience playing at that level all the time. It's hard when you don't play at that level, when you're just having to go. You have to understand again, the ranking is not necessarily doesn't really show always level. The ranking is a consistency thing, right? How consistent results can you be throughout the year? We know Nick Kyrgios is probably a top 10 talent in the world, but he doesn't play. So he's not a top 10 player, but he's a top 10 talent level-wise, right? So it's just like a tricky thing. Like if you get to top 100, people say like getting to top 100 is harder. It's staying top 100 is harder than getting top 100, and that's such bullshit. Once you get to top 100, the points are so much higher. Like you're playing guys a lot of times that like, they're not that into it that week. You might win a match here, and it's 50 points, 50 points, 50 points. When you're like 130 in the world, and you can't crack in because you're playing a challenger. You get 80 points if you win. You get 40 points if you make the finals. So, yeah, I think there's a combination of factors. There's maybe people who enjoy being on tour. I've said this here before. I don't like the tour. I don't like the traveling. I don't like that stuff. I like playing matches. But it is not an easy thing. Oh, would I take Rafa's or Rogers' forehand? For my game, Rogers. But just for the style that I like to play. But I think Rafa's is a more safe forehand. You know what I mean? You can do more for longer. All right, let's start wrapping up here, guys. It's been an hour already. Wow, look at us. Do I think you ever qualify for a slam, Jonas? Yes, that's the goal. My goal with this is to make it into slam qualies first. That's like the basis goal, and then hopefully top 100. But the ideal scenario would be to be just playing challengers, and competing at Grand Slam qualies at least. Do you ever think about technique midpoint in a match or only in practice? From Rocknish. A little bit about technique if something is like feeling really off, but more often now I'm thinking about like my legs, like weight transfer, put the right foot at the right time, like load push, like weight transfer, get to the ball in the right place. And I try to think more about what I want to do with the ball and then let my body do it versus how I want to hit the ball. Like just, you know what I mean? Like I just want to see like I'm going down the line and I'm going down the line aggressively. And then I just do that. I need to lift. Just allow yourself to lift. Allow the body to do it. And then I don't think about technique too much. Thomas McCaffrey, journalist. I don't really have many sponsors. I have sponsors like normal sponsors through the channel. I have a couple people that are helping me, but I don't really have any big brands sponsoring me. I would love to, but at this point, a lot of these brands don't want to pay. I know the value that my channel has in terms of viewership and all that stuff. And if you want me to wear your clothes or something, like if you don't want to pay, why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense, right? So I like to at least keep my options open. If I want to do an activation with a brand or something like that, I'll do it. But I won't sign with any brands unless they really want to pay me. And I know that sounds like kind of like arrogant, but I understand just the numbers that that this brings, and you know the level of I'd say brand awareness that I can bring to people. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, good soul, the inner game. I have it right here. Oh, it's in my shelf, along with my Lego cars. Inner game of tennis. All those people that ask me all these questions about, you know, mental stuff on court. You guys are watching too much stuff online, and you guys are getting in your heads about it. This is the book. It's 50 years old, and it's like the best thing ever. So, get this book on Amazon. Use our link. Maybe I have a link down below for Amazon. So check that out. Oh, hi turning. We put her video. I should come back to defend my title in April, huh? What? Oh, hi attorney. What day is determined? I might. Depends on my schedule here. Jack, dream car, 911 GT3 touring, car that I can drive every day, but it's a beast. That would be my dream car. Someone asked me if I made any major changes to my swing and technique. Dude, go watch like videos from the channel like from 3 years ago or 2 years ago and see like how my forehand looked. It was nuts. I didn't like it. I never really liked it, and now I like it. I served the same thing. Go watch my serve when I was playing pros back in the day or in college. The matches that I have online, awful looking serve. Now I like it. So, but it's all like incremental changes. All right, April 24th. I might be in town. I might not be in town, but I might be in town. So I might go defend my title. What's my favorite book? Tennis book? The Inner Game of Tennis. I just talked about that. Anyways, I got to plug a couple things here for you guys because I need to go. But first, I'm going to be at Indian Wells on March 8th. Me and my coach, Andrew, from Fit for Tennis, we're hosting a clinic in La Quinta. Okay, it's a full day thing. There's many tiers. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Okay, so here is, why is this? Nope, that's the wrong interact. Let me see here. Oh, here, interact. There you go. Why can't I go down there? Damn it. What's happening here? Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Interact. Why can't I go down? Anyways, you guys can see here. We're hosting this. I'm gonna post the link here for you guys. Give me 1 second. So it's like a full day thing. There's like a private VIP for as many people that want to come. We're going to do fitness. We're going to do training. There's going to be an exhibition. It's literally a full day in La Quinta with us, lunch, dinner, all this stuff. It's all inclusive. It's really cool. And I think you guys should come like participate. I will drop a link. The link is in the description here actually for the live stream. So go to the live stream link. And you guys can check out this landing page right here, Fit for Tennis, my Tennis HQ Masterclass. It's really cool. La Quinta, if you haven't, Rafa charges $250K. It's $1,200 for the premium package. I think it's $750 for the medium, and then $150 just to watch the exhibition. But we're gonna be all day together. I really would like to have you, some of you guys, if you're serious about improving. That's we're gonna really do a good job there, and like give you a full like experience on, you know, what it's like to train like a pro, and, you know, the things that we would like to see. It's not a technique, you know, I'm going to fix your forehand technique kind of thing. No, I want to help you learn about tennis. So we have that, Fit for Tennis, and My Tennis HQ at Indian Wells. So if you're going to be there, it's going to be awesome. How much is it? It's $12.50. The premium package, $7.50. But it's a full day with us. So it's going to be really cool. I would love to help, you know, to see you guys there. And yeah. I mean, and that, you know, all the money that I make in this will help me continue to play professional tennis. So that is an incentive for you guys. So go check it out. Link is in the description. So masterclass, and then the second thing, obviously, I gotta plug in the improve. Is it here? Improve. Sorry, the delay. Here, improve. Improve is the platform that is helping me stay on tour. They're sponsoring me. Sorry, let me just make this a bit smaller. Not this. I'm learning how to use this software here, guys. So improve here. Also link in the description. You can join our school, okay? And in there, everything that you see, every single one of the action items that you see, I picked. Okay, so you know, like, you're not watching some BS video that you don't know if it's good instruction or not. If you trust me, you trust what's in there. So the algorithm is going to help you find the action items to help you improve. We're making some big updates soon with, like, you know, new action cards and a new way to browse through the information inside the app. And I can only be playing on tour because of them. They're footing the bill right now, and I tell you, it's not cheap for me to be out there playing. And just by you guys signing up and helping improve, get off the ground, it helps a ton. It helps me, it helps them. It's my friend Clay Thompson who started this, and it's an awesome, like, little platform. It's not expensive at all. So if you guys want to check that out, I also left a link in the description right now. So go check it out. And please join Improve. It really helps us. There's going to be a new update coming up pretty soon, so I will be able to talk about it a bit more on these live streams. So yeah, that's Improve, and that's the clinic. So please sign up. It's gonna be cool. I'll leave a link somewhere else. There's not gonna be like that many spots open for most people, but for like a ton of people. But like, if you want to do the VIP thing, it's gonna be really cool, and we're gonna learn a lot that day. So that is kind of it on, you know, my shameless plugs, because, you know, I gotta, you know, plug my stuff. What someone asked, price for Improve, I think is like $2.99 a month or $3.99 a month to join the school. And we keep adding stuff into school, and it's gonna, like, you have a full algorithm that's gonna figure out what are your best, like, what are the things that you actually need to improve the most. All the categories are also picked by me, so it's forehand, backhand, serving +1, second serve, mental, strategy, all this stuff. So we got a lot of good stuff in the app already, and we keep adding stuff. Obviously, I don't add a lot of stuff into the school, actually, because I'm pretty selective with the kind of tennis content that I want to have in there. So again, you know, everything in there is high quality. Anyways, yeah, the link is in the description for both the clinic and Improve. So join us there. And yeah, that's kind of it for today. I guess live streams are going to become a thing. I kind of enjoy doing this. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next live stream. If you haven't watched the latest video, go watch it right now. It's a good match, and I got some fun stuff coming up. Do you guys think I can beat someone? Last question for you. How high, like, what is the highest UTR you think I can beat using that little, like, saber thing, the 37 square inch racket, that little training aid? What's the highest UTR you think I can beat? Let's see here. Come on. $10.5. I don't think I can beat a $10.5 with that. That would be crazy. That would be pretty impressive. That would be like really impressive. $10.5 can play. No, I couldn't beat a 12 with that. That's crazy, guys. I lost to a 12 in a real match recently, like a 12-8. No, that's crazy. 8-9, that's kind of what I'm thinking. An 8-9 UTR, I think I can beat with that. Like a kid, 8 UTR, I think I can do it. A 10 could take me. If you're a 10 UTR, I think you'd take me out if I'm playing with the Saber. Yeah, someone said 8-9. That's why I said 8-9. 7, I think I can win for sure. But a decent 8-9 would be kind of tricky. Because the problem is it's hard to serve. But anyways, yeah, no, 11 is crazy. 8, I can be Winston with it. I think I'm gonna be Winston with it. But I did just film something like that, so I will be posting that pretty soon. You guys are here in the live stream, you get a special thing. All right, thank you guys. That was fun. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Stay tuned for it. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one.